Hello again, it's Miss Darling in the studio. Today I'm going to take copy boards that I've made from 2 pastel masterboards that I made in a previous video. Those masterboards were 12 by 12, but when I copy them I only wind up with 8.5 by 11, which is the maximum my printer will do. But I'm okay with that. I just actually made copies in different formats. So I have a group here of a horizontal format and then a group of 4, I believe, that are in the vertical format. And I'm going to start with the vertical format for this video and see where we go. I will be making tags primarily, and when I have leftovers I turn them into art cards. I might throw a postcard in here or 2 just to change it up, but primarily I'll be looking at cutting these into tags. Now on the reverse side, which is all vintage book page collage, and you can see that there are places that it's rather bare, so I'm going to do some stamping on the reverse side. I think the fronts are perhaps busy enough. I might add some extra ephemera. But on the back side, see here, there's even more bare spots. And so while the back side is for journaling, I don't want to leave too much that's just bare and uninteresting, because I have no idea where I'm going to be cutting my tags out. So I think I'll do it on the front end rather than on the back end. I have my templates for my tags all set here, and so I decided to use some of these cool little stamps. I think I got these from Amazon, and they just have really nice little Florentine type designs on them, each one. Each one's a little different. And what's this? Oh, this is just some writing stamps, more of a, like a script. And I don't think I'll use that. I might use one of these. Now, these I love. These are kind of faux sewing stitches, and I like them. And then here's a Florentine stamp, and then here's some more text. So if I want to add more text in some of those spaces, it would be very appropriate given their book pages. But I want to also use some of these little Florentine designs. So I'll get my ink pad out here. Move you guys off to the side. Gotta see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to grab them up and just randomly stamp in there. Isn't that fun? That just gives a nice I need a little thing here to clean my stamp off. And I think we'll do this one down here. Got a spot over here. Let's try a round one. Change it up a bit. Cool. And I think maybe we could do something up here. Don't know if I'll be cutting anything out there, but let's just, I know what, for this, let's use some of this text stamp that I have, which really can come in handy. especially for a situation like this. So I have 2 of them. And they just have small words. They just have small words on them. And make sure I'm going in the right direction. Let's see. Okay, it's from this vantage point. But I see our text is going in different directions, so I guess it really doesn't matter. So we'll just drop that in right there. Okay. And maybe just here, there. And a little bit there. Alrighty. That takes care of that one. You can repeat the same stamps, but I just, try to use different things, especially when I'm filming, so you get different ideas. Okay, I got a spot there and a spot there, and I like how the round ones looked, so let's try one there, and one over here. And got some area down here that's fairly blank. Let's try the other text one that I have. Okay. See, that just kind of fills up the blank spots, so hopefully it won't really matter where my cuts are made. We'll have enough text or design on the back end. So we're going to now move to locating where we're going to place our cuts, and I think we'll work on this side. You can use either a pen or a pencil. This is light enough that I can use a pencil, and then if I make an error, I can erase it. If your masterboard or copyboard is darker anyway, you'll want to use a pen instead so you can see where to cut. So I have a video on the channel that teaches you how to make your own custom acrylic templates, and that's what I'm using. I do advise you to do that, especially if you plan on making a lot of ephemera of this nature. So they help you decide where your placement is going to be. I always start with my biggest tag first, so I know I have at least one good large tag that has the placement where I want it. and sometimes I'll go for 2 large tags. I have plenty of copyboard to work from, so I think I will do that. Let's see. I think if I position this here, I can just pick up on my artist stamp there and get a nice tag out here. I'm going to worry about the the back, because the text is running in different directions. Alright, I got 2 large tags, and let's see about a medium-sized one. I like that placement. And I just have enough width to get a second one right there. Although I'm gonna maybe turn this over so my butterfly is flying upward. And see, if you didn't have templates, you wouldn't be able to do this kind of precision positioning. You'd have to just kind of go for it and hope you get something nice, because you're more or less working blind. I could do a thin or large one there and call it a day. What do I have here? Or I could do a smaller one. That's maybe better composition to do the smaller one there. And we'll have some leftovers, and that's okay, because we save them and use them for other things. For instance, maybe you still want to enhance what you got, and then you'll have some leftovers to work with in terms of helping you get a little better composition. So now we're going to cut this out. Very nice. And that's what the reverse side looks like. Beautiful. So now I have a small one, I have 2 companions and 2 large companions. And see how easy that is to position what you want, and then you just take what you get on the reverse side You of course don't have to do anything with the reverse. You could simply just paste your copyboard or print it off onto white stock or colored stock, and but it's kind of fun to have something other than plain paper on the back. So this is the idea I was using for these. Okay, so now these are my leftovers. I'm going to trim them up a little bit. And for instance, if I wasn't like here, I have a spot here that's pretty faint and probably could use a little bit of help. Maybe I would glue some lace on there, or find some sort of ephemera from my stash, or I could use part of a leftover and just glue that in there, and it's taken care of instantly. So, you know, your leftovers don't have to go to waste. You can still use them quite effectively if you need to. And I might just do that. And see, take and very easily pull up a bare spot and make it a little bit better for your overall tag. So now let's quickly take the other copyboard, and even if this is close to what we just got through cutting up, the images are in a different spot, and the back is also different, and so it really doesn't matter, and you're always going to wind up with something different. For instance, this really came from about right there, you see, and so now I'm going to cut more tags from a different location, and they will look altogether different. And this one actually came from here, I think. Well, here's the butterfly, so it had to be right about there. I guess I should move that up so you can see. So right about there. So, but now we have a whole new substrate copyboard to work from, and let's see, where should we go this time? My type is generally from this vantage point, so I like when someone flips it over that the type is kind of going in the same direction that on both sides. So I'm liking this bird down here. I love this little bit of text in there. I think I'll keep that. So I think that works real nicely for me. You have a lot more options when you have several copy boards from the same master. You don't have to try to squeeze as much out of each one as before. Okay, now what did I have before? Okay, I've got that. So I've got those. I've got this quite prominently, so maybe stay away from that. I already have this. So because my large ones are kind of too similar to what I already have, I'm going to switch. I'm not going to do any more large ones. I'm going to concentrate on getting a lot of smaller, medium, and small out of this particular one. And so I already have this kind of going this way. So I already have that, so I don't have a full image there. So I think let's maybe go for capturing this part. And I think it's best to try to always have your butterfly headed upward, not downward. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just a personal preference that I have. Okay, if I drop that in there, I'm picking up a little bit of that bird nest, and I like this text going down here. If I move it over, I can have the text going down this side and flowers. I think that works maybe better. It's maybe wasting a little bit of, I'm not trying to cram a whole bunch of tags out of this. And it might be good at this time to kind of turn what I have left over into art cards rather than more tags, because I have one small one, so now I'll have 3, and I'll have 4 or 3 large ones. So I think to change it up, maybe we should think about art cards to use up kind of the rest of what we've got here. So there's my line. Maybe I should have used okay, here it is up here. So we'll have almost a square card there, and then we can have something also over here. And come in there, and I'm trying to use lines that are already there from the tags I've designated. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what we got here. Here are my 3 large tags. Here are 2 medium-sized tags. And then we have 1, 2, 3 small tags and 2 art cards. And the composition's not bad on those. How it just kind of worked out that way. And of course they can be embellished further to be, you know, more to your liking if you don't like that. And this needs to be cut off here because of the border on the back, so we'll just snip that off. Yeah, so alright, I got all of this out of 2 copy boards, and I have 6 others waiting in the wings that I can do. I can make more tags, I can maybe do some postcards that are 4x6, I can make more art cards, I can turn them into pockets for journals, side tucks, bookmarks. There's a number of different types of ephemera I can make out of them. I'm not going to do all that in this video. I think you get the idea, and hopefully you see the importance of having your own acrylic templates. They're thick enough you can easily draw around the outside of them without making a mistake, and you can cut them out with scissors. They're 1.5 millimeter. Anyway, if you want to learn how to make those, check my playlist. It was actually, I believe, the 2nd video I ever made on the channel. So I'll try to remember to put a link in the description box, but just in case I don't, that tells you where you can go on your own to find that video. Okay, so here are the final results in the art cards. I added a bird and this piece of napkin. And over here I ruffled the napkin and added some faux stitching there too. And for the big tags I added faux stitching and really nothing else other than the little ties and the little ornaments up here, which I thought gave it each one a little punch, because they are so soft, and so this way the attention really goes up there to the little ornament, and then you look elsewhere at the rest of the card. And on the back, of course, is the vintage book page. And then the 2 medium-sized tags also got some dangles and some faux stitching, and of course have the book page on the back. And then the little tags I didn't really do anything with other than add some frayed fabric or some jute and a little bit of faux stitching on them as well. So that's how these all came out. Thought you'd like to see the final results. And there we have it. Thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate it. And be sure and like the video, give me a comment. And this is Miss Darling calling this a wrap. Bye-bye.